welcome back to the workshop. There is, well, do you know what, I'm not really getting any further with this. This is the, if you haven't seen it before, or you are just tuning in again, this was the cheapest Maserati Quattroporte for sale, which was running, although badly. I said in the UK at the time, but actually it turns out it was in Europe. And it's getting better, but it has a host of issues. What I need to do is I need to try and now find a water leak on it, and actually if I can cure that, I can get on with trying to drive it around, because the misfire seems to be becoming intermittent and we need to make that go one way or the other. This has had a quick jet wash, but I mean, this thing is a bit rough around the edges. However, I'm not going to worry about the outside for a second, but if I've got to start actually sort of driving it around and testing stuff, I want it to be a bit of a nicer place to be. And there's all these marks on the seats, and ultimately they're going to look like they're tyres. I think there's some more of those on the back. There's a reason it was cheap, although it's not bad at all, is it? Yeah, some more marks there. And well, what else have we got? I mean, it's not bad at all. About things like that, and that's annoying, and that's actually damaging stuff. So, I want to quickly see how well the interior of this comes up, because ultimately it's going to be a place I'm going to spend a long time on the road tripping. That's not great, is it? That's going to have to... Come on, how are you going to stay in there? I have an idea for you. So these tyre marks, which are annoyingly 2 places on the front seat, and there is another one on the back there, because obviously tyres, rubber are a petroleum-based product. That is, a cleaner won't be getting that out, because that will have not only etched the surface but soaked into the leather. So that will be a bigger job, and that can wait, because I might actually change the interior if I like the car enough for a black one. Yeah, I don't know, or even have this leather turned black. But I still need to tidy this up a little bit, and more than that, I need to check for a water leak. So I'm going to give it a quick tidy to be able to drive around, but the coolant leak is the most important. I do want to just see what this comes up like. Just a quick job, you know? See how terrible this looks. This is going to need a proper cutback and polish. There are scratches all over this. I've got some proper deep scratches along here. That's fine. Cheap car. But, and this is not a proper polish, it's just sort of really a wipe over. But you can see, look at the difference. See, this is a bit flat, a bit dull. And this, I reckon this will come up. But I'm doing this so I can start to see the imperfections in the car, so I know how big a project it is. And of course, I'm only doing this while it is cooling down enough to be able to have a look for that coolant leak. Now, this is extremely annoying, and it is, obviously, doing some damage. Now, can you see in there? There's these little pins, and they go into these. And what happens? So they go in like that, it goes through and locks through that. Except these widen in time. So now I'm just going to take them out, squeeze them back together, put them in, and hopefully this goes back together. So I think we'll just gently, don't want to break them. Okay, they're in. Let's kind of jiggle this, locating. Well, we'll soon see. Right, all of those things have just been a distraction while the engine cooled down. Now I need to get this panel off, and then have a look around here where we think there is a water leak. thanks to a rounded off hex nut up here and a friend of mine who's borrowed all of my easy outs and not returned them, so I cannot get that out, I'm using the move it up and a stick method. And now, I'm going to start trying to chase where there is a coolant leak, because we found that when we were underneath the car last time. What's all this?
Yes, that sort of noise makes me scared. Okay. What we can see here, trying not to lose fingers, in fans, is, come on, right, that is physical water, well, coolant on a chassis rail. And see it on some hoses. If we're lucky, because the only things that are around that are hoses and this expansion tank.
Alright. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That is the leak. So I guess, what do we think? Do we think it's expansion tank or this pipe? Could be a split in that pipe. But let's have a look. And then upwards, outwards. And let's go down to there. Keep you up, eh? So we can see what's going on. How about? Yeah. There. That'll do it. That's there. Let's make sure everything is dry.
Clean that off and just make sure. Well, I think I found the problem. Water dribbling down now. It's directly, that would have been where it's coming from, that mounting point. Basically there is a split that's got old and bristle, so a new expansion tank, because there is not much point in trying to fix those. Well, that's tedious.
That is a win, because ultimately a coolant leak can be quite catastrophic. It's a very small drip. It is a crack in the coolant expansion tank. I have put some epoxy on that just for the meantime. I'll order a new one. They're about €45 plus VAT plus delivery from what I can see so far. So that's not the end of the world. I have been able to smell coolant that's warm coolant, so that could have been something seriously major. It's not, and it's quite an easy thing to get to, which is amazing on this car. So I'm going to take that as a win. Even though I couldn't fix it, it is an easy fix, and hopefully that for the moment the epoxy will just slow down that drip. I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not doing mega miles. I wouldn't leave that epoxy fix forever. You fix these things, especially for €45. So now I need to go and have a drive.